Hello friends, Pastor Peter here on Block Island. I just wanted to wish you a very happy Advent season. We are into the start of Christmas holidays and we are excited here about doing some special things together in the days ahead. I wanted to start off the Advent season by sharing a devotional with you. The church is doing a church-wide study on something called Sent. It's a devotional called Delivering the Gift of Hope at Christmas, written by Jorge Acevedo. And I just wanted to read the first couple pages of his devotional to you to get us thinking about Advent and all the possibilities that it can hold for us in the days ahead. So here's the devotional, day one of a 30-day reader, and you can get this online at Cokesbury if you'd like a daily devotional to enhance your Advent experience. The first Advent study is called Holding Out Hope. In the days of King Herod of Judea, there was a priest named Zechariah who belonged to the priestly order of Abijah. His wife was a descendant of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth. Both of them were righteous before God, living blamelessly, according to all the commandments and regulations of the Lord. But they had no children because Elizabeth was barren, and they were both getting on in their years. You know, if you tuned in to our worship service this Sunday, that was the same text we used for our worship service. So some of the thoughts here may resonate with you as I read this devotional. Zechariah and Elizabeth had done it the right way. They were both righteous before God, living blamelessly, and that's just another way of saying that they had done the right thing in the right ways for a long time. But it didn't pan out for them, at least not in the way they had hoped or expected. Their obedience was not exemption from heartache. Their righteous living was not a guarantee that every longing was met. They lived many long years with their longing for children unfulfilled, and that's hard, really hard. When we meet Zechariah and Elizabeth, they are old. We don't see their conversation over the years about their inability to have children. We don't see their tears. We don't know who and what they blamed. We are only told that they are old, that they have done the right things, and they have no children. No doubt they thought they had missed their chance on many things they had seen their friends and relatives enjoy. And yet, they held out hope. Hope in a God who was bigger than their circumstances. Hope for a future that was more than they could see and experience. But that in itself can be hard as well. So often things don't go the way I want them to in the time that I want. Some days it's the everyday stuff like missing an evening with my family because I can't get home from work. Other times it's bigger than that, such as learning again that I have not measured up professionally or personally, or continuing in cycles of anxiety that I just can't seem to break. It happens all the time, this life not going as ordered or desired. But when I want to throw in the towel, I am reminded of people like Zechariah and Elizabeth who held out hope. They remind me that I'm not too old for something great to yet happen. For that matter, I'm not too young either. Zechariah and Elizabeth don't give us any reason to take our names off the list of those who can encounter and be used by God. They don't give us permission to allow decade-long disappointments to become reasons to hide our heads in the sand, because they held out hope. If you have reason to disqualify yourself from encountering Jesus in a real life-changing way, it's time to look at the Christmas story again. If you feel you've missed your chance, remember that God comes in ways we don't expect. Let go of the idea that God has passed you by. The Christmas story gives us no precedent for that kind of thinking. Instead, it begs us to hold out hope and disappointment as disappointment rears its head again. This Christmas, instead of longing for another present, let's wipe the crust off our aging hearts and continue to long for a God who always holds out hope for us. And there's a prayer I'd like to join with you now at the end of this devotional reading. Reconciling God, oh, give me strength to face my unmet expectations and disappointments with hope. Remind me that you know and care for me even when I feel as if I've been forgotten. I am looking and listening for you now. Amen and amen. And stay tuned in the coming days because I'll be adding additional Advent devotions to share with you. And I hope and pray that you have a rich and fulfilling Christmas season. God bless you.